Hello, it's thank you and celebration time. I recently had a birthday. I did want to get this actually launched by my birthday, but that didn't happen, and I'm sure you won't mind. I am, and I'm also celebrating some personal goals that I reached, and so I thought I would give away a digital, and this is a digital that I created. I mentioned this in some of my other videos that I made. I dyed paper this summer using dried rose petals and Kofi, and I had these really pretty sheets of paper, and what I decided to do was scan them, and I'm keeping the originals. I may eventually put them in a journal, but I scanned them, and then I took a photograph of one of the dried flower buds that I've kept intact, and I keep it in like a potpourri jar. And this is the rose, and I created this digital, and I really love how it turned out. I like this image that's down here, depending on which way you turn it. Anyway, this is the page I'm going to be giving away. It is going to be, I started Kofi or Coffee link, and it would be for free. So if you go there, I'm going to put the link in the description at the bottom of this video. If you go there, you have to enter an amount. Enter the amount 0. You pay nothing for this. You download it into your computer, and you can print it out as many times as you like. I printed it out on the heaviest paper that my printer will accept. My printer just doesn't let me use cardstock very easily, and it often just prints part of an image. And this is a presentation paper that's that it seems to be say, okay, I'll print on that for you. Anyway, I printed it on both sides, and the reason for that is I thought that I would not just give away this digital, but also show you something that you could create with the digital. So I'm going to do a quick little tutorial on making a folio using this free digital. Anyway, the first thing you need to do is you download the sheet and print it on whatever kind of paper. If you're going to do the folio, print it on the heaviest paper that your printer is going to allow you to use. And then what I did is I cut the paper. Well, let me show my prototype here. This was thinner paper than that presentation paper. I'm not even sure what this is exactly, but what I did do is I did reinforce certain areas of the folio because the paper wasn't as sturdy as I'd like it to be. Okay, so this is the front, and I did, well, let me just show you. Okay, this is just a little note flip thing that fits in here. It opens like this, and I have a vellum pocket with a tag. Now, I haven't really finished working on the tags. Can embellish that with stickers or other images. I haven't really decided. What I also decided to do, I did add a lace here, and I have a garment pin here with some charms on it. This is a flower brad that I put in there. I decided I wanted to make it a journal of sorts, so I added pages. This is one of Natalie from Line.Arrow. This is one of her pages I recently did. I was a guest design team member, and this was her kit, Roses, Antique Lace and Roses, and this is one of the pages that I had left from there. So I added lace to that. In here is a pocket This is, I believe it's Chic, is her name. She created this really cute flip envelope piece that I made some time ago, so it was in my stash, and I decided I want to put that in there. This was an envelope. If you saw my journal that I made for Natalie at Line Arrow, I mentioned this envelope. I made this many years ago, and it's tissue. It was rose tissue paper that I wrinkled up, smoothed it out, and I used freezer paper I ironed it onto freezer paper, and I made an envelope. But I decided to use it for this book, this little make, and I put pockets in here. I cut it so that you can add something in here. I have just one of those little envelope flip things, and you can leave it over the edge on both sides or one side. Well, I guess really probably best if you just do it on one side, because this is a pocket. This little tag was actually from Cara Brandon. It was one of her freebie digitals that she had had for her members on her Facebook page. I can put the link for her in here as well. Anyway, there's just lots of pages to journal in. I could glue other images in here. It's just a little journaling book. This is 2 more tags using my digital. And I chose a vellum because I like that you can see the images through the vellum. And you fold it like this and place it over top. Oh, and I forgot to say too that I did do stitching on here. I'm lucky enough to have a sewing machine that has some fancy stitches, which I used on here. Looks like embroidery. So it's a mixture of stitching. This piece here too was also from Natalie's kit. I have a glue bottle here getting in my way. From Natalie's kit. Anyway, I like it very much, how it turned out. You, of course, could take and add things any way that you like. These are just some fussy cuts that I had. Anyway, I really like it very much. So I'm going to do a really quick to show you how I did it. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to kind of line this up for you. I printed out the page, as I said, double-sided. Then I trimmed the page to 8 1/8 this way and 10 1/2 this way. And I worked out the scores to create the digital, and here's the measurements if you wanted to do a screenshot of that so you have it if you're going to make this. My first score is at 1 3/4 and then at 2, and you can see that it makes just a narrow little edge there, what I want to call that, like a spine. And then I did 5 3/4 and 6, 9 3/4 and 10. So then what you do is you just begin folding it and using your bone folder to press in those score marks. You could do this with any, oops, I'm sorry, I'm bumping the camera, any cardstock or digital, even if you don't use the one I'm giving away. And although this is fall and Christmas, people are doing things for Christmas, this still could be a Christmas gift for someone someone who likes roses. And there you have it. That is the basic shape of the folio. And you next then would, I'll get my prototype back here, you would stitch around the, well, I rounded the corners, so you could do that, unless, you know, you could keep it just as it is, or round the corners. Then I cut 2 pockets out of vellum, and these are 3.5 by 4. And then I took both of them and I put them together, and then I punched the notch into it. I inked the envelope, the pockets and the folio, and then I glued the pockets inside. Then I cut the journal papers, and the journal papers are 7.5 by 8, and I folded them. And again, you could pick any kind of paper that you would like to put in. These are coffee dyed sheets that I had, and this is a ruled piece of paper, if you can see that. And as I said, with this paper, I decided so I cut very small pieces of paper that was actually some kind of background paper. I used the rose paper here. I used something darker there, and the rose paper again here. And I just cut strips and glued them in place to help give this a little bit more body on those folds. Then I was debating whether I wanted to sew this in or do a 3-hole binding, but I decided just to do an elastic band. That way I could add pages, take out pages. I could take out pages to work on them if I wanted to. So I'm just leaving it that way for now. Then I punched a hole here in the center of this the thin flap, and put a eyelet in there, and then I put this brad in. You know, you could put anything in there. And then I added, well, I added this first. I put elastic in to make the closure. I might do something here. This could just remain as it is, but you could put a little pocket there to hold something. Let's see, what else did I do here? Then you just add your own, you know, whatever ephemera you have to cover the whole thing if you want to. You could collage on there, decorate it however you like inside, and make tags, use what you have on hand. Anyway, I just thought it was a pretty piece of paper, and I wanted to share it with you and celebrate. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you use it. As I said, I will leave the information at the bottom of this video and links. And I hope you leave me a comment, and have a great day. Bye. Oh, one more thing. Thanks for helping me to celebrate.